Hey everyone, Kevin here. Let's talk about the perils of having ineffective leaders today. Now, this topic applies to literally any job out there, but I know all my transitioning teachers probably have numerous examples to cite of poor leadership in education to call upon. Why? Well, administrators these days often are former teachers who couldn't hack it as educators, or ones who only ever taught for 2 or 3 years before moving up to that role, and thus lacked experience. Even worse, the trend of having administrators who were never teachers in the first place is a growing problem in education right now, resulting in leadership that makes decisions without any idea of what teachers go through on a daily basis. But I am sure any of you listening have had a leader like this. Every job tangles with having bad leadership, and I wanted to talk about what happens when you have an ineffective one. So let's get started. Number one, there's a loss of morale. Teachers can certainly attest to this one for sure. When you have leaders who fail to be supportive, can't effectively communicate, and fail to provide clear direction, employees lose motivation and disengage from the job. I know that toward the end of my time in the classroom, I definitely disengaged because I had endured so much of that lack of support from multiple different administrators over my career. I didn't feel valued or like I had any real sense of purpose in my work, and that led to me leaving the profession in the end. This is one of the core reasons why there is such a critical teacher retention problem right now. Number two, there's a serious lack of productivity. Now, continuing with what I just said about bad leaders not providing clear directions or goals to reach, workers don't have a clear understanding of what they're supposed to do without those goals. People aren't as invested in their work when they aren't given strong direction, and that results in missed deadlines and a great deal of frustration. Which leads into probably the most important point, number three. There's no trust. When you don't feel valued, your morale is low, and you aren't as engaged in your work, you lose trust in your leaders to have everyone's best interests at heart. Without trust, there's no collaboration, there's no communication, and there's no teamwork. That lack of trust can be paralyzing because we all need to trust that what we are doing isn't pointless or for nothing. Leading to number four, there's a decrease in creativity and overall work quality. Ineffective leaders impact their employees' ability to come up with innovative new solutions as a result of their inflexibility. For instance, if you have a leader who constantly micromanages you, not only do you not feel trusted, but also feel that you can't get work done in the best way for you. Plus, with that lack of creativity comes poor work quality because employees fail to see the reason to invest time or effort into professional development or, as I said earlier, collaboration. There are serious dangers to having poor leadership for both the company's bottom line and also the workers' mental health. Educators can attest to how bad the school system is now and the sheer number of social media principles there are. What we see are people more interested in how they look in front of a camera rather than supporting their staff with whatever they may need to be successful. Leaders need to provide open and safe environments for their teams where they feel free to express their ideas and diverse perspectives. Effective leaders provide clear direction, communicate effectively, hold team members accountable, provide support and resources, and create a culture of trust and respect that leads to better employee retention. If you are in a situation where a leader above you is literally ruining the quality of your work, or your sleep cycle for that matter, you need to tackle this head on and explain what is going on and what needs to be fixed for that leader. Because no one deserves to be ignored or subjected to a leader that drains their passion instead of supporting it. Educators are too familiar with this specific problem, and it has led to the mass exodus from the profession that we are continuing to see unfold every day. If you are in this position, please just get out, move around, and find a new position where you are valued, respected, and trusted by your leadership. I have gone through the opposite of that far too often, and I don't want to see that happen to any of you. So, as always, I'm here to help you through that process in whatever way you need. See you next time.